Because I was looking here on 2 and down at level 3. There's 2 places where what was it? There's 2 places where there's rubble you can blow away.
Yeah.
And I can remember what the preregs is.
Something to look forward to.
Exactly.
It's probably like fertilizer and sulfur or iridium or something.
I reckon with dynamite it's probably explosive powder, but yeah. I mean, it is basically dynamite. I guess that dynamite be true.
Okay. Get out.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
osmium. Don't mind if I yes. We've created a true magnificent planet. Or rather we cleaned up good.
Indeed. Indeed we have. Hi, Chesky. It's good to see you again.
Chesky.
Welcome back.
Hi, Chesky.
We have a Trez with us.
Ow! A Trez with a broken leg, apparently. This is one of the instances where I was not floating around. Oh, it's because we're close to each other. That makes sense. Wait, what do I do, Pat? Okay, toxicity filter level 3, and we also unlocked the purification rocket, actually.
Oh, that's true. I could see what that's going to take.
It takes actually really cheap. Holy damn. Of course, a rocket engine, 2 purification gel, 2 plastic nuggets, and 1 tungsten.
That's not bad.
No, it's actually compared to the others, that's actually really cheap. But darn, no purification fuses this time. Okay, purification gel. I'll go out and refill our stuff. Let's see. We have plenty of microplastics and toxins, luckily. There we are. And the microplastics is still full. Whoops. There we are. Okay, toxins chest is full.
There's the chlorine.
Osmium, we had a chest for that, didn't we? There it is. Okay. Bada bang, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I have a purification capsule on me. That should simplify the one of the purification gels at least. Getting those. What about the chlorine dioxide, toxins, and purified water? Purified water, chlorine dioxide. And there.
I'm gonna make
Purified water.
I'm gonna make some lockers
Gonna make what?
out here that can
Oh,
be used for like emptying these.
Oh, of course.
With all the extra
Good thinking.
stuff, so we're not having to constantly truck it back and forth.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Let me grab some iron. Some iron.
Some iron. Okay, good. I'm sending up the toxicity engine.
Excellent.
Then we're good. Then we're Gucci.
That should give us a nice boost on our purification.
Yeah, a much needed.
Yeah.
Does it attract anything? Gives a global generation bonus by spreading chlorine dioxide in the atmosphere. I mean, I'm no chemist, but that doesn't sound safe.
Where's Churros? Churros, is it safe?
Come on, Churros! We need help!
She's gallivanting around Hawaii.
Yeah, how dare she enjoy her vacation? Okay, we have officially spread chlorine dioxide into the atmosphere.
Have we though? Because from my perspective, that rocket's
It doesn't.
still sitting here.
What?
It was flipped over, pointing to the ground.
I tried to do that on mine, but it didn't work. Okay. So what does our purification thing say now? Oh, we're not generating it fast, but it's faster. Okay, we need a lot of plastic polymers. Okay. And microplastics, let's go. Good. 10 of those bad boys should suffice for now. It does not. God dang it! There we go. And... oh, this is gonna be expensive. Quick thing, we have run out of pristine mushrooms.
Oh.
So I need to go out and find that. Or this is gonna be a very short adventure on my behalf.
Oops, where am I going? Oh.
Go. Can at least make one gel, which is good, but I need more. Chlorine dioxide. That's made by... oh, it's toxic spores. Damn, I haven't seen those in quite a long time, actually.
Yeah. It's amazing those are
Well,
still sticking around.
yeah. I know that there is some around the base somewhere. In the general area. I mean, I just found two spores now, so... that's good, because we need to refine those bad boys. Gathering up as many spores as I can. Oh, 1 chlorine dioxide and 1 purification. Thank you. I just found a chest.
Perfect.
Okay. Still need to find a lot of toxic spores anyways. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, there's a bunch of those beautiful bastards.
I emptied out your toxic water collector and algae.
Thank you. Yeah, because we need we actually need. Okay, I got, let's see, 1, 5, 6. I got 12 toxic spores.
Super.
I'm gonna refine those bad boys right away. Okay, tons of purified water. I'll just throw them in here.
Right, I'm putting the algae upstairs.
Yush.
And emptying out picking the food, the crops, the food grower thingies.
Thank you again. That takes a huge weight off of my shoulders.
I'm here for you, sweetie.
Thank you.
Hey,
That really means a lot.
Look at the terraformation stage.
Hey, yo! 2% left until we hit the purified water cycle. I'm gonna build this outside real quick so I can get some more purification. And then head back inside. Come on. 1.4% left.
So it looks like it coincides with us hitting about 150 on the terraformation index.
I mean, that does check out, actually. Ooh. Purified water cycle. I wonder, will it...
I can only assume that means that we have drinkable water.
Yeah.
Without the toxic stuff, but I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean,
I don't even know what purified atmosphere gives us, to be honest with you.
Well, purified atmosphere basically well, it basically cleaned out the toxicity in the atmosphere itself. Ooh, we hit it! Ding ding!
So vegetation, I bet that's when we start to see the zeolite.
Oh yeah, because it digs it up from the ground.
Yeah, because the purified atmosphere, I'm still losing oxygen as I stand outside.
Yeah.
So we're not at breathable atmosphere, which I guess makes sense if we're not at vegetation, right? Because you need something to supply the oxygen in the air.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, I just looked at the tier 3 toxins filter, and it takes a plastic rod to make it, and we haven't unlocked that yet. I don't even know how we unlock that, to be honest.
I would assume it'd be somewhere on the toxicity. Yeah, here it is. So at 30 MPU.
Oh, at where?
Where it's
we got a long way to go.
So we'll find a rod probably before we can make one.
Probably, yeah. Okay, so I need to make a purification capsule, which we have just enough to stuff to make, and then a purification gel. Okay, that's one. Now I just need some chlorine dioxide. Okay, I'm gonna switch them around here because, well, I'm a desperate man right now
You do
for
your
that chlorine. Thank you. Oh wait, we have found a golden chest before because we have two instances of, don't we? No, that's right. I didn't delete one of the Tuska flower spreaders.
Mm.
Dang it. Yes, chlorine dioxide, let's go.
All right,
It's
I'm
good.
going to. I'll be right back. I'm going to let the pups out.
Yep. Just need one more. Oh. Good. And what else do I need? Toxins. Do. Wait. Oh, purified water, of course. Okay, so now I need the mushroom. Pristine mushroom. Oh, thank the heavens. That was not a lot of shrooms. No shroomies.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Oh, I just found one of our bases, right?
Yeah.
We actually had a plastic rod in that base.
Perfect.
So I will give you the plastic. Get the.
I actually already made mine.
Oh, really?
I did. So I didn't
Awesome.
realize that we didn't have plastic rods unlocked. And we had a plastic
Oh.
rod in storage. And so I was like, oh, I'll just make this one real quick. So
Awesome.
I am a dick.
No, you're not.
But now
Because
you have
it's good that you did it.
now you have your rod.
Hey.
Brett, thanks.
Well, welcome back, Fred. I don't know if you've been here the whole time, but good. We just got a little bit of extra power. We are in dire need of mushroom and chlorine dioxide. Well, basically mushrooms, because I just found a tiny chunk of toxic spores.
We have 6 chlorine in the chest outside here.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm bringing back some extra toxic spores, but I can't for the life of me find any
Crazy.
good amount. Crazy.
10 months. That is so wild. Crazy. Thank you so much, buddy. I love ya.
That's 1 month after having a.
That is absolutely correct.
Oh my god. I forgot the Elven one.
Yep. Here we are.
Oh, it's a charming voice filter. I love it.
I'm going to go back to our original base because I bet we have some spores there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just
Yeah, that's right.
absolutely chat rate limited the bot. Oh.
Jesus, man.
Sound like Earn the Masked Singer. Yeah. The capybara.
There might actually be toxic mushrooms in the tunnel. I don't know.
Brett, I think that was you that stepped on my nuts, buddy.
Well, that's nuts. Oh!
But
okay,
Crazy,
and
thanks
since
again, I'm wild. Wild. I appreciate you.
But it's well deserved.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it is.
All right.
And you can't. Jesus, the voice of God.
Yeah. From Bruce Almighty.
Jesus.
I'm also. You can also find me in The Shawshank Redemption.
Jesus.
What other movies has he been in?
My God, that scared me. I'm loving crap out of me, Derek.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I love it. It's good.
You know, that's a good call, Crazy. I should have mentioned the beer that I'm drinking right now.
Oh, you drink a beer?
I am. I grabbed myself a Hogarden.
Oh, never heard of it.
To which I say, "What did you call me?" And it is so it's called Hogarden. It's like Blue Moon. It's a Belgian wheat beer. And it causes...
Sounds like you could do beer commercials.
It causes gas, apparently. And so, please forgive... Oh, please forgive me.
Oof.
Yep.
It remains dream.
All right.
And we have another oxygen or atmospheric purifier.
Easy for you to say. I
well, yeah.
am bringing up, so we have 12 chlorine. Well, no, that's not true. I can dump all this stuff off and.
Ooh. We just need one more
stuff again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
By the way, over at the base, I found one more purification fuse, so we only need one more.
Beautiful.
I think I'm gonna make a little trip around the upper bases because I feel like we, and by we I mean me, may have stuffed the lockers with stuff that I didn't think we would need at the time.
Yeah. I've got 22 chlorine dioxides that I'm coming back with.
Awesome. Good, because with that we can... By the way, did our former base have any pristine mushrooms?
I think there were a couple. Let me...
Hmm. Okay, I do not want to go
yes.
outside right
2.
now. Well, two of those bad boys equals 1 atmospheric purifier, so that's good.
I lied. There are more than that. There are 5.
Oh. Oh, and we can build. We've reached. We've reached 10 MPU,
Oh shit!
which means
That's huge.
we can make a whole heck of a lot of tier 2 drills, or tier 4 drills, sorry. And 6 osmium. There we go.
Pat, job well done, sir.
We officially have a tier 4 drill. Look at our terraformation index. It is going by fast.
Yeah, it is. Vroom, vroom.
Broom, broom. Okay, so boom, we have another drill.
Fail.
Yeah. Wait, what? What the hell required 4 zeolite to be built?
It was.
Can't remember.
It was the oxygen for the rover.
Oh, that's right.
Got a plant rocket.
Ooh. Well, we desperately need more biomass. Let's see, plant rocket. Plant rocket, rocket. There we go. Rocket engine, super alloy, fertilizer, 1 lerma seed, and a tree bark. And we can actually... Oh yeah, we can also build a tier 2 biodome.
Sweet. We'll need that for the tree bark, which I think is a component that we need for the plant rocket that we just unlocked.
Precisely. And that's actually true. It is. So bacteria sample. Okay, we do not have algae and water. Ah, hell no. See, I'm taking what I very loosey-goosey calls the lazy route. So I'm going back to the other base, which is, what, a minute away on jetpack? And, and gathering up the bacteria samples over there. There's nothing in here. Alrighty, Rooney. Made it back over here. Oh yeah, that's right. We also have what's it called, mutagen, in here. Oh, and drinking water. Hmm. We're producing a lot of good stuffs now, Derek. It is amazing.
Sweet.
Let's see. 2 fertilizer, a super alloy, and salt. Okay. Fertilizer. I think I found 2 of those. Question is, where did I put it?
There's one
There.
here.
I have 2 on me right now, so I just need 1 sulfur and a super. And boom goes the dynamite. We officially have a biodome tier 2.
Beautiful.
Yes, it's connected to the biolab, so it's basically dangling in the air. Look at that. We already have 179 kilograms of biomass. Next thing we unlock at 500 kilograms is tier 2 flower spreader. Good. Oh, fabric doesn't go in there. It goes in the randoms.
Need
Nice.
more cowbell.
More cowbell. Oh, I seriously miss that meme so much. Ooh, I just harvested more foods.
Perfect.
Okay. Just need one Hakuna Vasi Vasi. We'll journey out to some of our other bases.
I'm upgrading my jetpack.
Oh. Wait. Have we unlocked? Oh.
There's a tier 3, and apparently I still only had a tier 2.
Oh, yeah, I already have tier 3, apparently.
Well, aren't you special?
I think I actually offered it to you,
I think you did
last
too.
time we played.
Yeah. Pretty sure you did, and I'm like, nah, you take it.
Yeah, and then I took it.
Yeah. I told you to take it,
Oh.
so you did. Super aloe.
Yeah.
Too awesome. There. Now I have a tier 3.
Nice. Right. Oh, do we have anything here? Lots of toxic goo, some tungsten, and random resource. Nah, nothing of importance. I know we have a base closer to the big boop. Or think we do.
Pat, I am planning on going until Traz is tired.
That could that's a big variable.
Or until I'm tired of Traz. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
I could never.
That makes me happy. And no, Faye, I am not tired yet. I mean, it's only 11 p.m.
I'll take a small break when my wife gets back home.
Yeah, you better go out and give her some smooches.
Well, she also just had a job interview, so I want to talk to her, see how that went. So.
Ooh. I'm crossing my fingers already.
Thank you.
Oh, there's a plastic polymer and some pristine mushrooms and goo. Toxic goo right here.
This is actually her second interview.
Oh.
She's already received an offer from the first place.
Oh, is she thinking about accepting it, or?
Yeah, she didn't want to accept without giving this place, the old college, chance. So.
That's really honorable, actually.
Yeah. So she asked the first place just to give her a little bit of time to think things over, and without telling them, "Oh yeah, I have another offer."
Yeah, of course.
So,
if you do that, it's basically game over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can of course only speak for myself, but I'm sure we're all crossing our fingers for
yeah, I mean, the nice thing about having the offer is, you know, essentially, hopefully whatever place she likes more is what works out for her. But she's already got an offer on the table, which means, you know, she's basically got a job waiting for her.
That's true.
And that'll be...
Yeah, so there's no pressure.
Right. Yeah, it's the only... I mean, the closest thing to pressure would be, you know, hopefully getting the job that she would like the most. But she just finished school not too long ago to get her bachelor's in nursing.
That's an honorable trade.
And so this'll... I am probably more excited about her getting a job than she is.
Okay, how can that be?
Well, because we've been on one paycheck for all that time, putting her through school and all that, because she wasn't working at the same time. Oh, whoops, I just died.
Of course. So you've been keeping it all afloat.
Yeah, been footing the bill for a while, which, you know, I mean, the bills are getting paid, but it'd be nice to have a little breathing room.
Of course.
And I also have to get the roof on the house replaced. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's the house is 19 years old, so
well, yeah, it desperately needs a new roof.
Yeah, and our home insurance keeps going up while we have that older roof. So I get the roof replaced, and then that brings the cost of our home insurance down.
Oh, yeah.
Which also helps on a monthly basis.
Of course, because that gives more money to other things.
Yep. So
it sounds like you guys got it all figured out.
Well, I don't know that I'd go that far, but
I mean, you're not what's it called? It's not like you don't have a plan for it. It sounds like you really, you know, put some thought into it. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the best. I mean, for the past 3 years, I've been living on my own paycheck, and my mom and, of course, my girlfriend has helped me severely these past few months, and I just feel guilty as fuck, honestly.
I understand.
Money's a bitch.
It is. It is.
I also can't wait for the AI bubble to burst properly, so the RAM pricing can go down again.